Good morning, students. I hope all of you are good. Students, today we will continue topic of lesson number 7, database and introduction. So topic is creating a database using templates. So what are the templates here? Templates are the pre-designed database objects that user can directly insert. So it is one of the easiest way to create a database. Templates are ready to use database objects that contain various types of tables, queries, forms, etc. And they are needed to perform specific tasks and help to speed up the database and creation process. Yes, these are the ready to use database objects that user can directly insert in the database, and whenever user will use template, then it will help the users to speed up the task and the creation process. So how we can insert these templates? Simply you have to start MS Access. The backstage view will open, and in the backstage view you will choose a sample templates under the available templates category. Yes, there are already built templates are available, so according to the requirement of the user can select any one of them. So whenever user will select any template, here they are selecting students template. So on the right side of the backstage view access display the file name box. So whenever you will select the template, then it will give file name. So here you have to fill file name that you want to assign. So you can also save the database, and you have to click on the create option and create button for creating that database. So it may be, so in the students database, maybe it contain information related to the students list, and according to your requirement you can also insert the fields in that database. So next one topic we have, that is views of a table. So you can work on a table in two views. Yes, there are two views, design view and datasheet view. So what is the design view? Design view is further divided into two parts. First one is field grid pane and second one is field properties pane. So first one we have field grid pane. What it will do, in this pane you can define the field names, their data types and their description. हम field का name बताएंगे, उसकी data type means which type of data it will accept, and its description also. Second one we have field properties pane. This section is used to set properties for the fields defined in the table. इसमें हम field के लिए, table के लिए हम properties define करेंगे. Yes, inside the table you know very well there are fields, and for the fields we will define properties. Next one view is datasheet view. Datasheet view is used to enter data in the table. Yes, in the datasheet view user can directly enter the values. The view display the table as a grid, the fields are displayed as a column, and the records are displayed as rows. So the next one topic is switching between views. Means you know very well there are two types of views, design view and datasheet view. So now question arises, how user can switch between these views. So Microsoft Access allow you to switch means move करना है आपने from one view to another by following either of the two options. So user can click on the view option on the home tab, and the other way is click on the design view or datasheet view button at the right corner of the status bar. Yes, at the right corner of the status bar is available downside. From there you can choose any one of them view. Next one we have rules for naming a field. Rules for naming a field means field को हमने name provide करना है, then which rules we have to follow. So first one rule is field name can range from 1 to 64 characters we can enter only in the field name. So field name can include letters, numbers and many special characters, and field name cannot start with the blank space. Yes, and you can change the properties of a field name, that is storage size, format and validation rules by certain characteristics in the field properties pane. We can also change the properties, like उसका size भी change कर सकते हैं हम, उसको format भी कर सकते हैं, उसको validation rules भी provide कर सकते हैं. After that we have data types. So what are the data types? Data types are used to declare the fields of a table. Yes, these are used to define the fields of a table. And a data type determine the type of data a particular field can accept. Means in particular field which type of data we can enter. So once the data type is defined, we cannot enter a different type of database. For example, अगर हमने किसी field को number data type assign किया, then user can only enter number in that field. User can't enter alphabets. So next one we have data types. So first one is text. Text is used for combination of text and numbers both. Next one we have number. In number data type we can enter only decimal values. Next one we have memo. So store text and numbers up to 65,536 characters. Yes, 65,536 character user can enter in the memo data type, memo field, whose data type is defined as a memo. Next one we have, if we want to provide date and time, then we have to choose date and time data type. Same like if we want to provide information like pound or dollar sign, then we can use currency data type. After that we have auto number. If we want to give automatically number, then we will use auto number. Yes, no for on and off conditions. After this we have OLE. OLE, what is the full form of OLE? Object linking and embedding. Yes, what is the full form of OLE? Object linking and embedding. So this is used to embed an object created in another application. Yes, if we have created one object in Microsoft Word and we want to use it as it in a PowerPoint or Excel, then we can use OLE. After that if we want to provide any type of link, then we will use hyperlink. Same like that, lookup wizard we can use. Attachment, if we want to provide any attachment like any image, any document we will want to provide, then we will use attachment data type. Same like that, if we want to perform any type of calculations, then we will use calculator data type. After this we have setting data type for a field. How we can set the data type? Yes, now only we have discussed about introduction of the data types and types of data type, and now we are going to discuss how we can set this data type. So first one topic is setting data type in a datasheet view. Yes, you know very well there are two types of views, design view and datasheet view. So now we are going to discuss in datasheet view how we can set the data type. So simple way, you have to click on the click to header and choose the required data type. You have to click on the click to add header. Yes, so after that you can choose add and delete group on the field tab. So you can reset or change the data type of a field as and when required by clicking on its header and selecting the required data type from the data type drop down list in the formatting group. Yes, in the formatting group there are data types available. You can see, firstly you have to click on the add to header option, and after that in the formatting tab you have to choose data type. Any data type you can choose from here. You can see here text, memo, number, data type, all data types are available. So according to the need and according to the field, user can choose any data type. After that we have setting data type in a design view. In design view, how user can set data type? So when you add field to a table in a design view, by default each field is assigned a text data type. अगर हम कोई भी data type नहीं define करते, but we have defined the fields, then it will automatically give text data type. So to change or define a specific data type for a field, click on the drop down arrow in the data type column of the field and select the desired data type from the displayed list. So I am showing to you with the help of this picture how you can set. Yes, for example, you have given and you have defined roll number field. So which type of values you can enter in the roll number? You can enter only number values. Yes, so you have to click on this arrow, and whenever you will click on this drop down arrow, from here you can choose any one of the data type. So now we have defined roll number and roll number must be in a number, so we will choose now from here number data type. Same like that, if name we have defined, then we will choose text. So if we have defined class, so in class numbers are also there and alphabets are also there, so we will choose text, because in text there are both they contain both numbers also and alphabets also. So students, next topic is primary key. So what is a primary key? It is a standard feature of every database management system. Yes, this is the standard and most important feature and useful feature of the DBMS. So a primary key is a sort of checking on the table that every record in the table is unique. So students, if you will impose primary key on any field, then that field cannot contain duplicate data and we cannot leave it as a blank. So a table can have only one primary key. Yes, on one table we can impose only one primary key. The value in the primary key field is different for every record and thus helps in uniquely identify the records. Yes, I have already told to you, we can't enter duplicate data where we have imposed primary key. So as we all know that each students in a class has a unique roll number. Yes, हमें पता है कि सभी स्टूडेंट्स का रोल नंबर क्या होता है, डिफरेंट होता है. सो वेन एवर वी विल क्रिएट स्टूडेंट्स टेबल, देन वी कैन इम्पोज प्राइमरी की ऑन द रोल नंबर, बिकॉज इन रोल नंबर we can't enter duplicate data and all students roll number is unique. So next one is the setting a primary key. How we can set the primary key? So in design view, click on the field that you want to set as the primary key. The selected cell field will be highlighted. So in the design view, firstly we will select the field where we imposed the primary key. So after that we have to click on the primary key button. So where is the primary key button? For example, if you want to placed imposed primary key on the roll number, so firstly you have to select that field and after that you have to click here on the primary key. Yes, this option you have to choose. So the field will be set as the primary key indicated by a small key in the field selector column. Yes, so whenever we will click on this primary key option, then you will see one small key in the field selector column. Yes, now it is indicating to us that now we have imposed primary key on this roll number. So after that, click on the close button on the table window. Access prompt a message window reminding us to save the changes. Click on the yes button to save the changes. So after that, we can save the changes that we have made now. After that, topic is saving a database. How we can save the database? Now only we have created fields, we have also imposed primary key, and now there is need of saving the database. So how we can save? Simple steps. You have to click on the save icon that is present on the quick access toolbar. Directly you can also press Ctrl+S key combination. Save as dialog box will appear. Then table name you have to give. After that you have to click OK. So the table name will appear in the navigation pane under the tables group. So whatever name you will give, that will appear in the navigation pane. Next topic we have, that is closing database and access application. How we can close the database? Yes, so after finishing the work in Access, click on the close database option in the file tab to close the current database. Yes, if you have finished your work, then there is need to close the database. So how we can close? You have to simply click on the file tab and after that there is option close database. So to close Microsoft Access application, click on the file and after that exit option. So now if you want to properly close the full Microsoft Access application, then you have to click on the exit option. Yes, student, this is the main difference between close and exit. If you want to close only database, then you have to click on the close database, and if you want to close the Access application, yes, Access application को आपने close करना है, then you will click on this exit option. After that, at last we have opening an existing database. Means now we have to open existing database. Existing database means that database that we have already created. So how we can open? Click on the file tab. After that there is option open. Whenever you will click on the open option, there is open dialog box. So choose the folder or drive that contain the database. Yes, we will choose the folder or drive जिसमें हमने अपना database store किया है, and after that select the required database and click on the open button. So after this we will select our database and after that we have to click on the open button. So the selected table will open in the datasheet view. You can also make use of the recent option in the file menu to open recently used databases. Yes, if we want to open any database, then we can use recent option, that is also present in the file menu, to open recently used databases. So this is all about today's video. So students, your lesson number 7 has finished. So take care students, have a nice day.